Chapter 16 is called Incarnation, what is it over here? Incarnation, Materiality and Personality. And in this chapter, I deal with the two remaining scandals of the Incarnation, the scandal of the material and the scandal of the personal. The scandal of the material is really trying to hold up to our gaze the reality that Christ didn't become a ghost or some sort of an immaterial apparition. In reality, Christ became, in the words of the Johannine prologue, sarx, flesh. He became meat, this sort of stuff that I've got on me and that you've got on you. That's what he became. You know, his brain was like your brain, his legs were like your legs, his arms were like your arms. He became flesh. And this means that Christians should never fall into this trap that really is pervasive, I think, in both ancient and modern thought of doing down material reality in one way or another, in thinking that the really precious and special thing about us is our rationality, for example, and our material natures just really serve to hamper that rationality. You know, we get tired, we get emotional, and we'd sort of, even if it's not said out loud, be a little bit better if we could just rise above all that. No, absolutely, big flashing red lights for the Christian, because Christ himself, the Logos, became flesh, became meat. And so that's a massive endorsement of the material world. And I think this just has so much to speak into contemporary cultures of sort of body shaming and you know, for men, it's sort of pumping oneself full of drugs so you can get huge big muscles, and for women it's becoming impossibly thin, or whatever the fashion of the moment is. The content of it doesn't matter, but the idea is that we're just really unhappy with our bodies, aren't we? And I think the scandal of materiality gives us a new perspective on our embodiedness, on our materialness, on the fact that we get tired, on the fact that we get fed up when we're tired, and all that sort of material part of life that we tend to try and minimize and overcome with caffeine and whatever else we do. I think there's an embrace of materiality, and therefore also an embrace of finitude that's implicit in this scandal of the materiality. And I try and talk about that a little bit in the chapter. And the final one is the scandal of the personal. So Christ is not just a material reality. Christ, the Logos, becomes a person. And that again gives people a huge dignity in the created order, and has all sorts of implications for the way in which we think about persons. And I try and draw some of those out in the chapter as well.